Hey everyone, it's Shaheen. I am actually going to do a tea leaf reading for myself. I've talked briefly about tea leaf reading before, both in posts on my blog and also in videos that I've done. So I know that if you've read anything or watched any of my videos on my blog, you've seen a little bit about tea leaf reading. It's something that I really love to do because it's such a great way to tap into your intuitive abilities and to really learn to trust in what you see and what you feel and what you pick up on. It's a very abstract form of divination, and it really allows you to have freedom and have the ability to see things and to find your own symbolism and to find your own meaning in it. Whereas with other things such as the tarot cards or any other sort of divination system that draws upon symbols like tarot or runes or whatever, there isn't as much freedom because you have to kind of learn what that system is and what the history of it is. With tea leaf reading, there is symbology that's been studied and that's been kept over years and years and years, but you don't have to adhere to that as strongly because for everyone, symbols can be different. And for me personally, I look at things and I find my own symbolism in it because I associate certain things with different energies than what some people do. Black cats, people think are bad luck, and I think they're the best of luck. So, what I'm going to do today is actually do a tea leaf reading for myself because that's actually how I like to read for myself when I feel like I need a little bit of guidance or when I feel like I just need to check in with the universe. So, I do a tea leaf reading, and so I'm going to show you that process and explain it to you a little bit so that you can see how it works. And if you're interested in getting one, then you can contact me and we could do that as opposed to the other method of readings that I do, which is tarot, and always use my intuition. So, what I'm going to do is first, I have my hot water, I have my teacup, and you want to have a nice teacup that's white and has a nice round inside so that you can see the symbols clearly, and then a nice loose leaf tea. So, I'm going to just put a little bit of loose leaf tea in the cup with a little bit of hot water. Probably about a teaspoonful is more than enough of the black tea. You want a tea that has enough consistency to it so that it'll mound up and form shapes and symbols in the bottom of the cup. If you use a tea that would come out of a tea packet, then it's already finely ground and it just doesn't create symbols as clearly. So a nice tea that's already been ground up works really well. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to drink my tea until there's just a tiny bit left in the bottom of the cup, just enough to swirl the leaves around, and then I'm going to flip it over and look at them. So I will come back to you. So now I've drank all of my tea out of my cup, and all that's left is just enough in the bottom, which is hard to see without spilling, so that I can mix the tea leaves around so that I can swirl them, and then I'll flip the cup over and I will be able to look at the symbols. So basically what you do is you swirl the tea leaves and then you put the saucer over it and you just flip it. Try not to get it everywhere. Tap. And traditionally they say you should take it around the saucer, spin the cup around the saucer 3 times clockwise. For whatever reason, it's the ritual of it. I think it does help to kind of get things out of there. And in my cup, there isn't really a lot left, partly because I probably had a little bit too much water in it, but the other part of it is that the symbols just form how they're meant to. So in this cup, we'll read what all of this is saying. And the basic symbolism of the cup is that for when I read, I look at the bottom of the saucer or the cup as the past, the middle of the cup as the present, and then the top of the cup as the future. Now, some people look at the top of the cup as the present the middle of the cup as the near future and the bottom of the cup as the distant future. But for me, I don't typically read that way, just because it makes more sense to me to do it the way that I explained first. So, in the past, part of what I see is a bridge with a bird. And to me, that's talking about having the ability to take off in a new direction without needing to be bound by any other circumstances. The present, there's a fish, the letter N, a flag, and a 1. And to me, I think that the fish, which is near the 1, is talking about a new opportunity coming. I'm going towards something, and fish are lucky. In my perspective, it's a symbol of luck. It also reminds me of my grandmother because she was a Pisces, which would typically be 2 fish. But when I look at this, that's what I see. So I feel like this is talking about I'm being guided and being protected by my guides, and I'm being led to something new, to a new opportunity. And also, it's really interesting that this upcoming year, I'm going to be starting a new job in New York City for school, and that's going to be at the first of the year. So the new year, the beginning of the year, I'm going to be doing that. So that's probably what that's talking about. The flag is talking about sort of setting up and going out on my own. I feel like oftentimes flags represent being proud of something or being sort of established in something. So this is me sort of putting out my flag and putting out my perspective and putting myself out there in the world and showing what I am and who I am and what I can do. And I feel like that's very relevant for me at the place that I'm in right now. The N, which comes in the present, is talking about, I believe, a person that I'm going to be working with. So this must be more in the near future. So it must be in the next couple of weeks. So someone must be coming into my life with the first or last initial N who's going to be relevant to what I'm doing. And I feel like this is a male energy. And then in the future, the future and what is to come, and this could be a little bit further out because some of these things seem to be in the near future that I just read. I see a dragon, which is very interesting. I also see another bird, looks like a blue jay to me. I see a pipe and smoke coming out. And to me, I want to start there. The pipe with smoke coming out is talking about prayers, and it could even be sort of the Native American symbol of a peace pipe, which is a very powerful symbol to me because right now I have really been embarking on my own sort of getting back to my spirit. That sort of a journey that has really been important to me, meditating a lot more and doing affirmations and doing a lot more writing. Though I've always done that, I feel like that's become more of a daily thing. And I've actually been talking about going on sort of a vision quest, a Native American shamanic spiritual journey. So maybe that's talking about that's going to come. And then the dragon is talking to me, which is so relevant right now, about a really close friend of mine who she loves dragons and she is a close friend and she's also a teacher in a lot of ways, a very spiritual and wise woman. So I feel like something is coming up with us, and I've been thinking that her and I are going to work together on some sort of spiritual project, maybe a class or a book or something. So I feel like that's what that's talking about. And to me, as soon as I feel that, I feel like April. So that's when I'll be getting back from New York. It's when I'll come back, and that's probably when something will be in the works because I'll have new ideas and she'll have new ideas, and it'll be the spring. So that's wonderful. And then the blue jay to me is talking about home because that was my school mascot. So I feel like that's me feeling like I need to go back and reconnect with people and things from home, which is all very relevant right now as well. So I feel like that's wonderful. So this is just a quick little reading just to kind of show you how this works and how I pull symbolism from what I see in the cup. And I'm really happy that I could share this with you because it's something that I really wanted to do for a long time. And I'm hoping that more people will get interested in tea leaf reading and either get a tea leaf reading session or will want to take a class and learn about it themselves. So if you have any questions or any comments, please feel free to contact me. I love hearing from all of you, and I would love to have a conversation with you about intuition or divination or tea leaf reading itself. So if something's not clear or if you want to know more, just let me know. Take care. Bye bye.